Sinabi rin po ni Popoy sa pelikula, I deserve an explanation. I deserve an acceptable reason.
What's up at welcome sa Pocho Clock. Sa channel nito, mahilig akong sumuri ng mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad at magbigay sa inyo ng masabot kayang alternatibo para kung sakaling gusto nyong gayahin ng kanilang estilo o di kaya forma, maaari nyo pong gawin yan. Sa video na to, dahil napakagaling magtanggol ni Senator Rodante Marcoleta ng mahihirap, minabuti ko na sumuri ng 8 sa mga relo na sinusuot ng kanyang anak na si Paulo Henry. Kung sakaling hindi nyo po kilala si Paulo Henry Marcoleta, siya po ay isang congressman dahil siya ay ang representative ng Sagip Party List. Isa po yung pro-poor na party list. At sa pamamagitan ng pagpapakita sa inyo ng 8 relo na kanyang sinusuot, ipinapahiwatig ko po sa inyo na talaga namang maiintindihan ni Paulo Henry Marcoleta ang hinaing ng mga mahihirap. Hindi na po ako magpapaligoy-ligoy pa. Tara na! Sa relo na ito, ang kailangan nating tingnan, the strap which is turquoise blue in color. And then let's look at the 3 pushers on the side. The black dial. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this is an IWC Flieger chronograph, the Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1 team collaboration. IWC is quite known for their Fliegers and their chronographs bilang isa sila sa mga nag-supply ng pilot watches sa mga German pilots noong World War II, and that's really part of their history kahit pa Nazis yung mga sinuplayan nila. Now, I think si Paulo Henry Marcoleta, he has a watch that is quite similar to this, and he wore that other watch during an IWC class here in the Philippines, and that's really indicative of the enthusiasm of Paulo Henry Marcoleta for this hobby, and that's why I think he's such a great subject when it comes to these videos. Ngayon, ang relo na ito, the standout feature for me would be the color of the strap, the color of the indices as well, na turquoise blue rin. And then if you look at the day and date wheels, color matched sila sa dial, and that's why I think this is a really classy choice. So this watch, ang SRP niya is 508,000 pesos, and dahil out of reach siya, I thought of an alternative, and ang naisip kong alternative ay ang Swatch Omega Swatch Mission on Earth, the Polar Lights version. Kaya ako napili ito because of the chronograph functionality and the turquoise blue elements on the watch. Although dito, when it comes to the concession, leading into that, yung placement ng turquoise blue is on the case instead of on the strap. So yung strap niya is a really dark color. And then syempre, the finishing, the materials, the quartz movement, and all of those concessions together, especially when you have them side by side, talagang the Omega Swatch would feel quite plasticky. But this one, price-wise naman kasi nasa mga 15,000 to 17,000 pesos yan at retail. But, beware of scalpers lang when you buy this watch. Make sure to check first in store kung merong available. And my feelings about the Omega Swatch, I've already said on this channel, and those have not changed. I really respect the collaboration between Omega and Swatch to produce this accessible line of watches that has introduced, I think, a lot of people to the hobby. Dito naman sa relo na ito, ang kailangan nating tingnan yung integrated bracelet style, the case shape, pati yung kulay nung dial niya, which looks like aqua blue in this specific case. At dahil sa mga katangian, I think this is an IWC Engineer. I think kung ito nga ang suot na relo ni Paulo Henry Marcoleta, I'm going to be really happy. Kasi this is, I think, an enthusiast's choice. Normally, sa style ng relo na ito, we see the Nautilus and the Royal Oak, which kung nanonood kayo sa channel na ito, malamang sawa na rin kayo sa mga relo na yan. But, this watch, I think, it does have its own personality kasi yung kulay nung dial, the pattern on the dial, and it's also designed by Gerald Genta, the same guy who designed the aforementioned watches. And I think for those of you who really like this style of watch pero ayaw nyo na masyadong mainstream, gusto nyo unique kayo, I think this is a good choice. And it retails for 709,000 pesos, which if you think about it is an a ridiculous amount for a lot of Filipinos, especially in these conditions. Pero malayong-malayo naman yan sa pricing ng Royal Oak and Nautilus. And today, even the Rolex Land Dweller, which I'm not really a fan of. So, kung trip nyo yung ganitong itsura, the Ongenure, if you have the funds, is a good choice. But if you want an alternative to that watch, I suggest you go with something a bit more mainstream with the Tissot PRX. Kaya ako napili ito because of the integrated bracelet style and the dial color. Although in terms of the concession, you're not getting a good pattern on the dial or a pattern on the dial that is as good as the Ongenure. Dito, you'd have to settle for a sunburst finish, but the color is really similar. And then the finishing, syempre, is not going to be on the same level. The movement is quartz. But price-wise, malayo kasi this retails for 26,300 pesos. Similar to the Omega's watch, Tissot's PRX line of watches has become that entry point for a lot of other enthusiasts. And so that's why I think the Tissot PRX is a great choice. Sa relo na ito, ang kailangan nating tingnan yung bezel niya, which is a shiny black. And then tingnan din natin yung kulay ng dial niya. The main dial is colored white. But if you look at the sub-dials, tatlo sila. Pero magkakaiba yung kulay nila. And let's also look at the pushers at the side. At dahil sa mga katangian na yan, think of this is a Zenith Chronomaster Sport. This brand, well, not a stranger to this channel. Hindi ko pa siya na-feature masyado. I think the other time na na-feature ko to in one of these videos where I look at the watches of personalities ay nung tingin ko na isuot ito ni Senator Mark Villar, but that was a different watch but from the same brand. Ngayon, ang brand na ito, I think it does have its own history, especially with the El Primero movement na ginamit ng mga Rolex Daytona at some point in Rolex's history. The El Primero movement is present in this watch. Ngayon, ang relo na ito, I do prefer it to the Rolex Daytona in the Panda colorway, and that's coming from someone who is really at this point sort of sick and tired of seeing Panda Daytonas. And I think on the part of Congressman Paulo Henry Marcoleta, this is really an enthusiast's choice, especially pag tiningnan nyo pa yung case back nito, kita nyo yung movement. And that's where I think I really appreciate this opportunity to take a look at the watches that Paulo Henry Marcoleta wears, kasi ang ganda ng taste niyan. Ngayon, ang relo na ito, it sells in Zenith stores or boutiques for 725,000, but you know, you can get a discount off of that, I think 5 to 10% depending on your method of payment. And still, this watch, I do see it on the secondary market, but specifically sa panahon ng pag-record ng video na ito, wala masyado niyan. So, kapag ka tumingin kayo sa secondary market, you'd have to consider international options, and you would have to consider VAT and shipping, and that would bring you really close to the SRP. That's why I just used the SRP as the reference for this specific case. This watch, when you think of the alternative, ang napili ko ay ang Timex with the Q Timex chronograph. Kaya ako napili ito because of the chronograph functionality, yung bezel niya na may tachymeter din na kulay itim, and then the differing sub-dial color. So looks-wise, talagang malapit. When it comes to the concession, syempre the finishing will not be the same. This one operates on the quartz movement. Pero price-wise kasi, this one retails for very close to 16,000 pesos, but is often on discount. And I think naka-discount yan sa website ng Timex ngayon. So kung idol nyo si Paulo Henry Marcoleta, you're enthusiastic about watches, hindi kayo magkakamali sa Timex na ito, especially with how close it looks to the Zenith. Sa relo na ito, kailangan nating tingnan yung black rubber strap, the rose gold case, the black bezel, the case shape, at dahil sa mga katangian na yan, tingin ko this is a Rolex Daytona, the reference 126515 LN. Because I really like how the formal elements in the rose gold and the sporty element in the strap, they come together to form this cohesive package. Kaya ko yan Grail watch. Ang SRP po nito ay 2.25 million pesos, but on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 2.7 million pesos at the time of the creation of this video. And dahil out of reach, ang alternative na napili ko ay ang Seiko SRPD 7.6 primarily because of the rose gold finish on the case. In terms of the concession, the materials kasi yung case nito is stainless steel and coated lang to create that rose gold look, whereas dun sa Rolex it's ever rose gold. And then the strap, I'm not a fan of the strap. Hybrid siya ng leather and rubber, but price wise kasi this one sells for just above 22,000 pesos at retail, but pag nakasale yan, makikita nyo yan for a bit lower than 19,000 pesos. And so, I think this is a good choice, especially coming from a really reliable brand in Seiko. Sa lalo na to, tingnan natin yung kulay ng bezel, yung kulay ng dial, merong sub-dials, yung sub-dials, merong contrasting outlines. At dahil sa mga katangin natin, kung this is a Rolex Daytona 126500LN in the Congo colorway, ang SRP ng relo na ito is 914,500 pesos. But on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 1.8 million pesos. Not much needs to be said about this watch. Ang alternative na naisip ko ay ang Hamilton Jazzmaster Performer Auto Chronograph. Reference number ilalagay ko na lang din. Kaya ako napili ito because of the chronograph functionality, the dial color, the sub-dial color with the outlines as well na contrasting. And in terms of the concession, I think finishing lang and probably the quality of the movement. But when you creep up to that price point kasi, which ito, I think retails for around 100,000 pesos. Kapag nandun na kayo, it's the law of diminishing returns, so hindi na masyadong nadadagdagan ng quality yung watch, even if significant yung akyat niya sa price. And that's why the Rolex is really a luxury good. Pero still, this is a respectable alternative from a brand that is part of the Swatch group that is quite respectable in its own way. Dito sa relo na ito, ang kailangan nating tingnan yung hugis ng case, the crown guards, the cyclops at the 3 o'clock position, the dial color and the bezel color, which are both black. At dahil sa mga katangian natin ko, this is a Rolex Submariner date, reference 126610LN. A very iconic watch, probably the most iconic watch on Rolex's current lineup, which has served as a platform para sa mga ibang designs ng Rolex. Kaya mapapansin nyo, yung Yachtmaster, parang kamukha din ng Submariner. Yung mga GMT Master, kamukha din ng Submariner. Naging reliable kasi na platform ang Submariner para magkaroon ang Rolex ng design identity. And so, ang relo na ito, retails for 613,500 pesos, but on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 900,000 pesos. When it comes to the alternative, I selected the Orient Mako. Ang relo na ito, kaya ako napili because it's also a dive watch. The color of the dial and the bezel as well, pati yung overall na vibes, lalo na pagdating sa bracelet, it's quite similar, especially from afar. Ngayon, when it comes to the concessions, the quality of the movement will not be the same, and the finishing will be quite rough around the edges. But that's expected at this price point. Ang relo na ito retails for around 27,000 pesos, but I see it on sale frequently. For example, ngayon sa at Tokyo, makikita nyo to for a lot less than that at 21,600 pesos. When it comes to reliability, Orient divers are quite comparable to Seiko divers, so I think this is a good choice nevertheless. Sa dalawang huling relo na ito, I think they are similar Rolex models, magkakatalo lang sa bezel color. Ngayon, tingnan natin tong relo na ito. Let's look at the case shape, Submariner shaped. Let's look at the bezel, bicolored bezel, black and blue na parang blue yung nasa lower portion ng bezel. The bracelet style as well, tingnan natin, which is oyster style. At dahil sa katangian na yan, I think this is a Rolex GMT Master 2, reference 126710 BLNR. It's the Batman. I think there's not a lot that needs to be said about this watch. Other than it has a GMT functionality, I think nakakapag-track ang relo na ito ng up to 3 time zones. Ngayon, ang relo na ito retails for 638,000 pesos, but on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 1.1 million pesos. And I've mentioned this before, the GMT complication really probably is my favorite complication. Pagdating sa alternative, I'd have to let go of that though. in my quest to lower the entry price point. So ang napili kong alternative ay ang Casio Duro. Kaya ko to napili because of the bezel color, the bicolored bezel. But if you look at the concession naman, it also lacks the GMT functionality. It comes in a quartz movement. The finishing is going to be quite rough. But looks-wise, kung trip nyo yung black and blue bezel look, hindi kayo magkakamali sa Casio na ito, which only sells for 7,420 pesos. That's quite a distance from the 1.1 million pesos. No? And this is frequently available physically sa mga Casio store. So, magandang choice po ang Casio Duro. Dito sa pangwalong relo, the last one, but obviously, nilimit natin ang listahan sa walo, pero marami pang ibang relo si Paulo Henry Marcoleta. Ang tingnan po natin dito, yung red and blue bicolored bezel, pero otherwise, kamukha niya yung relo na tinignan natin kanina. Tapos tingnan din natin yung bracelet style. At dahil sa mga katangin na tingin ko din sa Rolex GMT Master 2, the 126710 BLRO naman. Ang nickname ng relo na ito ay ang Pepsi. And this is probably the most desirable bezel colorway pagdating sa mga GMT Master 2 na mga relo. This one retails for 638,000 pesos. But on the secondary market, I see it sell for up to 1.2 million pesos. At ang alternative naman na napili ko ay galing sa Alba, which is also a brand that I think is quite related to Seiko and Orient before it. Ang relo na ito ay ang AL4735X1. And this one, it also has an automatic movement. Typically, pag kumukuha ko ng relo from Alba, it comes in quartz. But this one is a mechanical watch. So kaya ako napili to talaga because of the bezel color, which is bicolored red and blue. And this one does have some personality as well if you look at the dial, specifically yung texture. No? When it comes to the concession, wala nga lang itong GMT functionality, and the finishing, again, is going to be rough around the edges. But pagdating kasi sa looks, I think ang ganda din ng relo na ito in its own right. And it only retails for 9,000 pesos, which again is a lot of money. But when you compare it to the GMT Master 2 Pepsi, malayong-malayo naman. And coming from the Seiko family of brands, I think Alba is also a respectable choice.
Sakit party list, puso't malasakit. Subok na, sakit party list. Sakit party list, puso't malasakit. Subok na, sakit party list.
Ayun! Nakita na tayo ng 8 sa mga relo na isinusuot ni Baby Boy Paulo Henry Marcoleta. At suma total, kapag yung mga relo na yan ibinenta sa secondary market, maaaring humakot yan ng humigit kumulang 10 million pesos. At sa lahat po ng relo na tinignan natin sa video na ito, ang pinaka-paborito ko dyan, yung IWC chronograph. At doon naman po sa alternatives, ang pinaka-paborito ko po dyan, yung Casio Duro with the black and blue bezel. Pero opinion ko lang po yan. Kung iba pong inyong opinion, kung tingin nyo merong ibang relo na mas angkop bilang alternative, let me know in the comment section down below. Kung trip nyo yung ganitong klaseng content, pagsuri sa mga relo ng mga kilalang personalidad, watch reviews, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Yun lang po. Maraming salamat sa oras ng panonood. Laters, yo!